Hi, this is Angela Anderson of the #1 HR Expert, and I teach people how to break into human resources. It's a great, rewarding profession, and I want you to be the next person in. So today I'll be talking about the 10 phone interview tips that you'll need to land a successful job in human resources. So let's dive on in. Tip #1, research the company. I can't tell you enough about how people do not research the company. You need to be able to tell them exactly what they do, what you've learned about the company, and how you can contribute to the organization by knowing what the company does. So if you've done your homework, you should be able to know what product they have or what service they provide, and then that will help you be able to intelligently speak during the interview process. #2, understand the job description that you are applying for. So when they put out a job description, you should be able to articulate how your experiences relate to that job. Do not think that you can just get in and not understand what the job requirements are. You need to understand what the job is asking you and how you can be a part of the company by providing the services that you're going to provide to the company. So you want to make sure that you can articulate what you bring to the table. So learn that job description and make sure you're on point. #3, speak to your resume. So when you speak to your resume, you want to be able to tell a story. So you want to go back to your oldest position to your newest position in that order and be able to tell a story on what you did and how that relates to the job that you're applying for. So definitely you want to be able to speak intelligently about your education and what you can bring to the organization based on your skill sets. #4, give examples of projects that you worked on. So in human resources, you might have worked on the HRS system, maybe either creating or implementing the HRS system. You want to speak to big projects that you've worked on. Maybe you had a case that you had to deal with, maybe high level things, strategy. You want to talk about implementation of something. So you definitely want to be able to speak to projects that you've worked on in any organization that would be helpful for the new position that you're going after. #5, having confidence. So having confidence in what you're talking about. So that means being able to speak intelligently about processes, implementations, things that you've worked on. And you want to be able to have that confidence so they can say, wow, this person really knows what they're speaking about. So definitely exude the confidence so they can feel it over the phone, because personality speaks volumes when you're in an interview. #6, sound excited about the opportunity. Wow, this is a great opportunity. I think I can bring XYZ to your organization. I have this amount of years of experience, and I think that everything that I've done in my past aligns with what you guys are offering, and I think that I would be able to come into the organization and really provide value. So you definitely want to speak to what they're looking for and also provide that confidence that they can feel that you can walk into this opportunity and just without any hesitation, they would know that you would be able to fit and not really have any learning curve. #7, don't over talk the interviewer. So you want the interviewer, the recruiter, to be able to, or the hiring manager, whoever you're speaking to, you want that person to be able to kind of lead the conversation, and then you be able to provide information there. You will be able to listen and hear what they're having to say. So don't ever overtalk the interviewer, because then that may come off a little bit rude. So you never want to sound rude in when you're going through this interview process. You want to feel like you're attentive and you're hearing everything the interviewer has to say. So let them speak freely and don't overtalk them. Let them complete, and then you will be able to speak and have your turn. #8, listen more than speaking. So you want to listen and then answer. So listen for the question, and if you don't understand what the person has asked you, please ask them to repeat the question so you can speak intelligently about it. You never want the interviewer to feel like you didn't understand the question and you half answered it. So you want to be able to understand, and that takes listening skills. So you want to listen and make sure that you are understanding exactly what they're asking you. And it's okay for you to ask them to repeat it. So sometimes you just need that second, oh, okay, now I know what you want, and then you would be able to answer it appropriately. Number 9, always speak positively about your current or your former employer. So I've had candidates speak very badly about their current or former employer, and it's not a good look at all. So you definitely want to speak highly of your last employer, your current employer. And if it isn't a good relationship that you have with your current or former employer, you do not need to let the future employer know that you've had, beef with the employer. You definitely want to come across that you're a team player, that you're a go-getter, and that when obstacles come, you can overcome those. But you never want to speak down or poorly about a former or current employer that you're working with now. Number 10, ask questions. Always ask questions. There is never a dumb question, but ask questions. I've had people not ask questions, and I'm thinking to myself, are they truly wanting this opportunity? Have they looked at my website? Do they know what we do? There is always a question that you can ask. I can tell you this, never ask on a phone interview about pay. You haven't even met the mark to ask or be at that stage in the game to ask about pay. I know sometimes you want to go straight to that, but never ask about pay. I can tell you that right now. But always have a question. So question could be as simple as when are you looking to fill this position? What are the next steps in the interview process? Those are always good questions because you want to know how long normally takes to be considered for the next step. How many if I am selected, what is the next interview steps? Do I come in and meet the hiring manager? Do I have separate interviews? Is it a panel interview? Those are some intriguing questions that you just kind of want to understand their interview process. So I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. I love to see comments. I will respond. And also you can look me up at www.number1hrexpert.com and have all my services that I provide. And like I said, I do help HR professionals get into human resources. Don't forget to subscribe. I love for you to subscribe to my channel. I'll put out new videos once a week, and share it with your friends and family that this may help them during this time. Right now it is an employer market, so you have to be competitive. So I hope this helped you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.